In this lesson, we're going to look at working out the volume of a pyramid, which in turn leads you to actually be able to work out the volume of a cone. But we'll have a talk about pyramids first, and then in the next video lesson, we'll look at cones. So to work out the volume of a pyramid, then it's quite nice to look at this idea here. So let's look at this here, which you've got as a cube. The length, the breadth, and height are exactly the same. And then within the cube, you can see a pyramid coming from the bottom face, and this goes up to the center of the cube. And we're going to call the height of the pyramid small h, and the height of the cube big H, if you like. So we're going to name that in green height. Now, what you should also see from this diagram here is that the face at the bottom has a pyramid coming off, but so does the face at the top have a pyramid. The face at the side has a pyramid coming off it, and this face has also one. And basically the front and the back have one. So there's actually 6 identical pyramids make up the volume of the cuboid. Sorry, not cuboid, cube. So from this, we can say basically the volume of this pyramid here, the orange one, is length times breadth times height, which is a cube, divided by 6. Because if you divide it by 6, you're going to get this orange part here. Now, this formula here is not the finished thing, because we wanted to relate the volume to the height of the pyramid. So I'm going to look over here at these kind of things at the top here. So if you look at this thing here first, this is the top view looking directly above. This is the side view. So this is how high the pyramid is, which is actually H. And if you look over here, you can see that. That's that wee triangle, just I've put it out to the side. So what we can assume here is that if this goes up to the center of the cube, this bit here, then 2 of these wee h's make up the big height. So I'm going to write that. The big height, like green height here, is equal to 2 of these small h's. I'm going to use this to substitute in here. I'm going to put that in there. So instead of having the big H, which is the height of the cube, I'm going to relate it to the height of the actual pyramid. So I'm going to basically replace that. Watch this. L times B times 2H over 6. Now we're nearly there. We've nearly got the formula. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to cancel down the 2 and the 6 to 1 and 3. And you're going to end up with this. L times B times H over 3. So to get the volume of a pyramid, you take the length of it times the breadth of it times the height of it and divide it by 3. Okay, and then there's another way to look at that. Instead of dividing by 3, you could multiply by 1/3. And also, instead of thinking about length and breadth, the length and breadth give you the face, the bottom face of the pyramid. I'm going to write that as 1/3 times the area of the face times the height of the pyramid. Now this part's really important because the area of the face can be different in different types of pyramids. For example, you could have a square, you could have a pentagon, you could have a hexagon. But as long as you know what the area of the base part is, this formula here works. 1/3 times the area of the face part times the height of the pyramid. So let's look at some examples. This is how you'd see it in the formula sheet at National 5. V equals 1/3 A times H, where A is the area of the face part of the pyramid. And this is how we would do it. So if I was giving you the area and the height, then to get the 1/3, you would do 1 divided by 3 times the area of the face, which is 13, you can see it down here, and times it by 8. And if you type all into your calculator, you'll get your answer of 34.67 centimeters cubed. Here's another one. So the area at the bottom this time is 3.5 centimeters squared. The height is 4. So again, 1 divided by 3 times 3.5 times 4. And type all that into your calculator, and you'll get 4.67 centimeters cubed. The last one I'm going to look at is a wee bit trickier. Now, it gives you the fact it's a square-based pyramid, and it gives you a length on there, but it doesn't give you this bit here. And it also gives you the height. So what you have to do first of all is work out the area of the face part because it's not been given like these examples above. Now we know it's a square at the bottom, so that'll be just length times breadth, or L squared. And that's 6 times 6, which is 36. And then you can just do what you did above. So volume of the pyramid is 1 divided by 3 times 36 times 7, which is your height. And if you type all that in correctly, you'll get 84 centimetres cubed. Okay, this is very, very similar to the volume of a cone, and we'll look at that in the next lesson.